What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We are checking out V's Slow Dancing. Make sure to, of course, stream the original music video. Check it out first because I am recording this at the same day as it is being released. So support the original first, come back to this music video whenever you feel like it. And I'm very impatient, which is why I'm checking it out right now. Also, I talked about it in my last reaction to Rainy Days. If I'm not mistaken, each of the songs on this album are going to be accompanied by a music video. So we won't be doing an album reaction at this moment. I'll just be recording reactions for each of the music videos as they come out. I absolutely loved Love Me Again. I loved Rainy Day. I especially loved the cinematography. I loved the filmmaking aspect of it. And there was a lot of talk about the inspiration and comparisons to The Truman Show, which I only realized after seeing the comments and seeing some side-by-side comparisons from the music video to the actual shots from the movie with Jim Carrey, of course. I'm very excited about Slow Dancing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Whoa. Holy shit. Plot twist, this is going to be a horror movie. I love I love that the cinematography is already incredible, and I love that he says it's about time we get it straight as they go in this kind of a road. Like, it's so contradictory. I love this already. Feels so atmospheric, like eternal. Oh. What the fuck? It was all V. Oh. Is it like his imaginary friends or something? What is happening? Whoa, what? We're doing some hacking? Oh. It's like V has created his own Westworld or something? What the? Holy shit, this is so cool. Also, his vocals are like, there's just something so deep and warm, and that sounds like a setup, or that's what she said. But that voice is just heavenly. And like, what's with the briefcase with the fruits, and then there's a hacking scene, like it looks like the Matrix or something, escaping the Matrix. Where's the white rabbit? How can I focus on this, the video in his voice? Whoa, there was a shot of the drawing. The snail was in the brain, like not thinking straight, basically. Being slow because of this girl that I'm thinking about, and like being almost like creating a whole world for her or something. I might need to read like a press release or something to really get the full image on this video. Holy shit. That's supposed to be his dog, right? Or like a double from Rainy Days? Oh. What up, Iron Man? What the fuck? Man, that Pomerian is adorable. Is this time it's his actual dog or a double that they used? Oh, that's definitely his dog. Holy shit, that was incredible. Let's give 2 seconds to a big hit. The logo. That was what the fuck was that? Okay, so first impression. I feel like it's almost like V created a variation of a Westworld with all like there's literally a replica of the road, like the forest and everything that they were driving in, all of the animatronic animals or like jellyfish, the snail on his finger. Then we see in the background we see a drawing of a human with instead of having a brain, it has like a snail, almost as if like, oh, I'm going at a snail's pace because I'm not over you. Because I do feel like as far as the list of song goes, actually, this comes right after Love Me Again, which is interesting. And we start off this whole album with Rainy Days. So that's actually kind of interesting in terms of like he created a Westworld variation, and this is the only world where he can actually be happy, where he has all of his friends. They're having all of these youthful experiences, just having fun, like the ending with the boat and everything. It almost like looked intentionally, some of the hairs and the heads in general looked intentionally keyed. Like you could tell that it's not like, you could tell that it's CGI, but it felt intentional. It felt like a fantasy, right? And there's like a really nice touch on V's facial expressions, as far as like him getting tired, him almost like being bored while all of his friends are happy, because it's almost like what they're programmed to do in this little West world that he created. I'm going to reference Westworld a lot for some reason, but it's almost like this is the only world where he can be legitimately happy. But by the end of it, he realizes that it's all fake, and no amount of technology that I can create. He's almost like a Tony Stark of some kind. We have like this little figure that moves the same way that V moves in real life. It's almost like the blueprint or something that he inserts into that world that we see throughout this music video. So it's almost like no matter how happy he is in that world, at the end he realizes that it's not reality. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. This character, it's basically V, who they're doing like the same movement as he goes into like this elevator, which is also really, really interesting. Like, holy shit, this is absolutely amazing. Like, this is like some kind of a crossover between like Truman Show, but Truman knows that this world is fake from the very beginning, and he exits this world much like Truman does, Jim Carrey's character does at the end. Like, visually, this music video was insane. I love this world that he literally creates throughout this music video, which actually helps kind of like maybe even connect a couple of dots from something like Rainy Days with some of his visuals, like painting with the baguette as well, and just some of the scenes there. And like obviously we have the TV, which plays like, so it feels like various moments from his life or something like that. But this is incredible. Like even the watermelon is fake. This is amazing. It's almost like trying to force yourself to have fun and create new memories, but then instantly the camera gives it away when they take a selfie and it's nothing but V's faces. Like he's there with himself. Like that's all that it is. As he's trying to escape like depression from not being with the woman that he wants to be with, that he wants to slow dance and romance with, and all that kind of stuff. That was amazing. Like honestly, and even like the van is like chrome, which is something that I don't think that I've ever seen before ever in my life. A chromed color Volkswagen. I wonder if that's like intentional in terms of like some kind of a symbolism. The answer is right in front of your face that this is all fake, but yet the smile on V's face, or plural as the selfie, but on all of the guys' faces, like trying to be happy when you are depressed, trying to create a world as we see in the behind the scenes fake happiness, when in reality you are depressed and you're trying to create a perfect world, but that perfect world doesn't exist unless that person is there with you. As well as the snail, we also see a butterfly, which we also see like a flying weird hybrid butterfly in a almost like a box, which is maybe it represents V himself. I talk about butterflies, it feels like every single video, and I keep on forgetting. Its symbolism is transformation, freedom, and rebirth, but it's stuck in this box. So V cannot actually transform and move on because he's stuck in this world that he created himself. It's almost like that movie about like what was the movie with Keanu Reeves where like his wife or something dies in an accident and then he recreates her or something like that, and that creates a whole shitstorm. Like this is a less graphic version of that. And like just trying to force happiness because you have a talent for creating these worlds or something. But in reality, nothing is going to replace, ironically, real physical intimacy, which is even more ironic because in the beginning, when V is with his quote unquote friends, they use a Polaroid to like emphasize the fact that it's all about the physical relationship. It's not about social media, when in reality, everything was created by technology. I feel like this is actually kind of like genius commentary as far as like feeling as if you're so close to someone when in reality you're just using social media, and we forgot what it's like to be intimate with people, which is interesting to me because like social media has brought us so much closer together, and at the same time it has separated us so much from reality to a point like we don't know what it's like to fucking go outside and just have a conversation with someone unless we message them because there's no like fear or less fear of rejection, or it's easier to make friends online, which is awesome, obviously, especially after the pandemic and all that kind of stuff. It's cool, but I feel like this one kind of like touches on the aspect of living in a fake world, knowing that it's fake and that nothing can actually replace reality. Because his reality is the girl that he can no longer be with. And now, as the lyrics say, we're just distant neighbors. I feel like this was absolutely amazing. There's even like what looks like a flag that is also chrome, much like the van. The suitcases are like everything is chromed colored, which is also really, really interesting. But I just feel like this is really interesting commentary, and like even this shot with the boat and V kind of like reminds me of like a variation of a Peter Pan that doesn't want to leave this world, doesn't want to grow up, but at the end, like you look at his facial expressions, like he probably recreated this scenario so many times in the context of this music video that he knows that it's fake. And in reality, I'm going to wake up or I'm going to go back and I have my adorable dog with me. But other than that, I miss you. So I went through all of these lengths to create this island and this world that doesn't really uh, exist. Or maybe he's just falling asleep, honestly, because we actually see that same fucking van pass in real life, not in the fake world, which is also really, really interesting. I'm really like, he went outside for 2 seconds to sit with his dog, take a selfie again. Like everything, ironically, in the island, it's like no social media, only a Polaroid camera, no technology, when in reality, we're consumed by technology. But at least he has an adorable fucking dog. If this music video really does make me want to do anything, is go and hug my fucking dog. So I'm going to do that. If I miss anything throughout this first reaction, my apologies. If there's anything that you would like to mention here, feel free to let me know. And looking forward to reading you guys' comments. But it's just a really interesting progression from all of these music videos, and knowing that this one comes after Rainy Days, after Love Me Again. And in between those songs, we actually have the song Blue, if I'm not mistaken. As far as V himself goes, his voice is absolutely magnificent. Like, it's so ethereal, it's so whole, and it's so warm and inviting. And like the fact that he's emphasizing like such desperate feelings and sadness with that voice is just, it makes it incredibly endearing. And just he sounds incredible. And the acting was great, and like the false positivity, the way they portrayed it, and like the reveal of like this world that he created in like his little, not a basement, like his apartment, which is kind of like the equivalent of like a studio or a basement or something like that, that in reality this whole world was created in such a tiny place. I'm not really sure what else to take from this, other than a couple of references to like various, whether it's Truman Show, whether it's Westworld, whether it's sci-fi movies that basically kind of like show us how replacing reality with, you know, artificial intelligence, or like creating a fake world that feels so believable, but in reality, nothing replaces human intimacy, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but this song was incredible. And, you know, despite the mindfuck of a music video that this is, the actual song is so fucking masterful and just incredibly relaxing. Like, if you listen to this at night, it's just a beautiful recipe for a very calm and soothing night. So I'm going to end this reaction here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you.